Hey everybody, it's Daima. Welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to start a series of videos of sharing with you the curriculum that my kids use for their independent subjects. So in our house, independent subjects are math, language arts, and then any sort of Bible study or handicraft type of things. And then my kids also have independent reading, and I'll explain how we do independent reading because we do it a little bit differently than I think most families do. So first things first, I'm not gonna stop this video and then do a page flip and then like all of that kind of fancy jazz. I'm just gonna make this as fast as I possibly can. So I'm gonna start with my son who is 12 years old, and I'm gonna give the disclaimer of, I am a huge advocate of pouring into the spiritual side of my children and allowing the academic side to come secondary. I would rather my children know a lot more about our faith and about Jesus than about mathematics and the rules for grammar and all of those sorts of things. And I've always been that way. It's something that God has really poured into my heart. It's something that I very much advertise to anybody who asks me about what we use for a curriculum. That being said, I believe very strongly in meeting my kids at the level that they're at and slowly allowing them to progress. I believe very strongly in giving them the tools to learn instead of me being the driving force behind their learning. So with that, you will see that my kids are not at what would be considered grade level for these subjects. They're not at they're 12 years old, so 6th grade, that kind of viewpoint. I don't hold that true in our home. So the first thing that I want to share is we just started implementing spelling power for our kids. I don't think I put this in our group studies video. Spelling power is just something we use for just the word list in the back. I don't use it I don't know if I put this in the video. If I did, we're just repeating, but this is an individual level kind of thing. It's not a group thing that we do all together. So I just use this for the spelling list. I just pulled this off the shelf to start using with my kids, but I don't do that until they're already writing sentences well on their own, even if the sentences are poorly done. So spelling power, he's in a spelling list in this, and we just work through those words is the plan. The next thing is going to be math, and you're going to see a whole hodgepodge of things that I show you because we have been using, in the past, we have used Write Start Math. This is the second edition. This is level C, and my oldest, with the math card games book, my oldest 4 have been working through Write Start Math, but about 2 months ago, I got really overwhelmed with the amount of time I was trying to spend with each lesson. And then also, my kids weren't retaining it unless they played the card games over and over and over again. But then the card games became a chore. It wasn't like they were just having fun playing games with each other. They knew that it was for math, and then it became like a bitter thing where it was really hard to keep focused. And so then because they're frustrated and not being able to focus, then they're not retaining it the way that the program is designed to work. So I went ahead and ordered a whole slew of different grade level workbooks for my kids. Now, my son currently has the level 3 Spectrum Math and the level 3 Flash Kids Math books in his stack, and he's been working through those. We are at the place where we are doing multiplication, single digit, multiple digit, and all of that kind of stuff, which is something that has not been addressed in level C yet to a great degree. So we stopped the daily fill out 4 pages or do 4 pages and then, kind of see how it works for you. We stopped that, and we are working on memorizing. I say that because I was never able to memorize multiplication tables to save my life. Memorizing and getting familiar with multiplication, the process, the numbers that go along with that, the basic facts to kind of make way for throwing in division as repeated subtraction and that kind of thing, because those skills need to be pretty concrete before they move into algebraic equations and stuff like that. So he has a couple of notebooks. We also throw in math card games from Right Start, And then if we get back to it, we have Write Start Level C. I am kind of throwing around the idea of putting him into teaching textbooks on our Mac computer, just because that would give him the ability to immediately know when he gets something wrong and to watch back the tips and tricks and how to do the problem correctly, so that it takes a little bit of the tedious type of work off of my shoulders. But that's not a confirmed set in stone thing. And then I also do have the other workbooks for 5, and 6 in both of the styles for him. If we choose to just kind of push through and use just the workbook method and flesh it out with manipulatives and card games and that kind of thing. So then his next thing would be and then he has a graph notebook that I purchased on Amazon to use for memorizing the multiplication tables and then doing math in the grid to help keep place value. So the next thing that I have here is his cursive. He has Pen Time Cursive. My kids all really want to learn cursive, and Pen Time Cursive is a really inexpensive option. It is a biblical based writing program, but it also includes like random facts about different animals and stuff that they write about. And I really love the layout, and it's $6 a book. Super amazing. So he's got level 7. And also, you should know about my oldest son. He is a linguistic person at heart. He is all about all things. I don't even know if that's the right term. I just am applying it. You might hear elephant stomping upstairs. It's kid life. 9 kids, guys. So he loves all things about reading, writing, language, all of those things. He's really, really intensely into. I do not have to force him to write all of the stuff I throw at him. He's welcome to do it or not do it, but he always wants to do it. Someone gave us the Writing Strands Beginning 2 book, so he is working his way through this. The only thing I do with him is help him pick a reader to go with it. Right now he's reading Calico Bush, and he said, of this book, I never would have picked this off the shelf for myself, but I have loved it and been fascinated by it. And he said, Mom, there's not really some major adventure story in this, but it is a really great read. So he's reading Calico Bush and doing the writing work in Writing Strands Beginning 2. For his copywork, he is still copying Revelation, the book in the Bible, and he picked this. I asked him, what book in the Bible do you want to write? The boy picked Revelation. He's only got 4 chapters left to copy. So that covers things like vocabulary, more spelling, grammar, all of these kinds of things. So there's that. I really apologize if the stomping noise is coming through hardcore on the camera and distracting. I'm used to it. It's just, like you're home blind and you just kind of get used to the things being against the walls where they are. That's just how my brain works. The last thing that he has in his independent pile is something I just added. I added Fixit Grammar. I bought the teacher's book of this, and inside, if you buy the teacher's book, you can download the student workbook for free. So they give you a link and you just make a little account and you go do it for free. He is already like sailing through grammar concepts, which is one of the benefits of waiting until they're older to really introduce the grammar stuff. They already understand how sentences work, so it's not difficult to figure out how to find the different parts of speech in a sentence that you have written yourself and you already understand. So he is doing the Fixit Grammar, the book 1, the nose tree. So he has just a spiral notebook to go with it to rewrite the story in. And then he has a student's dictionary, and if he can't find a word in here that is from the Fixit Grammar, we just asked Siri. And then he also has just a simple, let me see if I can find the front, student planner from Rainbow Resource that I found on their website for super inexpensive, and he keeps track of his own work on here. So, yep, I'm checking to see if there's anything I missed. Nope, Okay, so that's it. If you have any questions about the curriculum that I use for my 12-year-old son, go ahead and leave a comment below and I would be happy to answer it for you. If there's anything that I show throughout this series of videos that you guys want to see a little more of an in-depth look at, just leave a comment and then I will do my best to give you a peek at those things. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Go ahead and click the subscribe button if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.